Hello my darlings and welcome to my channel and this timeless reading. Whenever it found you is just perfect. And I hope you find this reading thought-provoking, helpful, confirming, healing in a way. I never know what's coming through, but the way it works is that I just pull cards and read the energies that come through. All right, so let's see where we are today. Tuning in to see what deck wants to come out, and it's just literally between these two. So who wants to go first? Like both looking at me. Okay, but I'm gonna start with you. Come here. My question is, what do they need to know, Spirit? All the people that tuning in today, what do they need to know? And right away it feels anxious, like things are not working out smoothly. All right, Spirit, what do they need to know? What is this about? What are we going to talk about today? And it feels like you can't make a decision. It's maybe kind of like stale. Because you cannot decide between things. You don't know what to do. Maybe that's why you're tuning in today, but let's see. Let's see what it's gonna say. We got Angel of Balance. Oh, that's funny. And it's kind of like tying up with what I was just saying. Why is my nose itching so much all of a sudden? It's that nervousness that was coming through as I was tuning in and even shuffling the cards. And so it feels like the things might be out of balance, and the invitation would be for you to try not to be so, what is the seesaw kind of thing that the kids play with? Sorry, I can't remember the word for it. And so it feels like it's one up, one down, one up, one down, and it switches instead of it being even. I feel like there is too much focus on those things, and wherever your focus goes, your energy flows, and so it goes like one way or another, one way or another. It's like they're giving me the image of the dog that has couple toys at once at the same time, so it runs to one toy, tries to grabs it, but then it wants another one and tries to grabs it, but it can't handle both of them at the same time at the mouth, so it keeps doing that, run back and forth. So that's a very specific image that is coming through. And again, like, I feel there's so much nervousness and energy and just up and down, and it's even hard for me to focus on what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to feel. And it's getting me a little overwhelmed. So it sounds like that is your current energy right now. I don't even want to hold it because I don't like how it makes me feel. Uncertain, lost, hectic. All right, Spirit, thank you for that. But let's see what can be helpful maybe now that we established the current energies right now. What deck should I use? I'm going to go through this one. All right. See what else you need to know. Spirit, what advice, what message do they need to hear? Look at that. Card number 4, it says foundation and achievements. And there's a family standing in front of the house and the rainbow over it. And I'm just tuning in to see what comes in through energetically for you. And though it feels like this should be about what the card says, however, it feels like it is not there. Or you spread thin trying to keep everything afloat, trying to keep the family dynamic working, trying to keep mortgage paid up and house taken care of, trying to make sure your kids are taken care of, trying to make sure that you live a life of expectations. But it's almost like losing control over it, or being so burnt out by all the responsibilities you took upon yourself. Or maybe you are struggling financially to fulfill what you feel must be fulfilled in order to live this life you envision for the family. And it is not happening that way. It's crumbling. Something is not connecting. And it's interesting because usually I read like the energies when the cards are in reverse, like the opposite of what they say. But both of them came straight up, which typically indicates to read that you're in balance, you have foundation and achievements, but those are not the energies, those are the opposite energies. So it just came to my attention, and I wonder if perhaps on the surface you're trying to project that you got everything in control, that you have this amazing life, amazing house or family or career or success, whatever you define it as, but underneath it, it's not that great. It's like you're losing, maybe not the ability, but it's for whatever reasons, it's hard for you to keep going the same way that you show on the outside. Does that make sense? It's like a picture perfect, but underneath it, you're struggling to keep everything afloat. What next? Same deck, okay. So another spiritual energy coming through with accelerated motion. I'm getting a lot of sensations in the body right now, but now they're more grounding. They're not hectic like before. They're very calm. Accelerated motion. What is coming through this card for you is pausing and taking time to really sit with yourself. I have a feeling you don't want to do it. I have a feeling that you don't really want to recalculate, honestly, your own personal connection to the desires of your heart and your soul. You don't want to, for whatever reason, be honest with you 100% what you actually love to do for yourself. It seems like your focus has been for a long time on the other things, and you've been putting so much effort and taking a lot of action and hours to build that what you wanted, and so there is like this energy of not wanting to drop it because so much work's been put into it, and it might feel like as a failure, but I feel if you are able to release and sit with what truly needed for you personally, not anybody else, for you, that you'll be able to tap into a deeper peace and connection. So again, the energies for this is more spiritual based. It's more of what your soul wants, what your soul needs, what it really came through. Not to say that all the energy you put into other things did not or was not part of your growth and development, because it definitely stretched you to find the ways to bank even on the skills that you have, and part of the strength, part of the skills, what is the word I'm trying to think, abilities, right? But now it wants you, like your soul calls you to slow down and find the time where you can lock everybody out and do it for yourself. Because honestly, I don't know how much longer you'll be able to be in that energy of imbalance. And from my personal experience and working with people and hearing their stories, a lot of times when we resist that inner knowing, then things get to the point where one way or another you'll be forced to slow down and face them. And a lot of times it's through like health crisis. It's the big things that happen to make you slow down because you were not wanting to face it or think about it or find the time. But what I feel is that once you figure out what your soul wants, and it feels like this comment represents that focus on that goal, on that desire or direction even, then from that point of view, it would be easier to, and interesting, it would be easier to realign other things. Like, like when things fall in place, just because you are in alignment and on the right path, which right path is not even the way to say it, in an alignment, then other things will naturally be more in balance. Does that make sense? And I just noticed that you have a lot of 4848, so those numbers could be significant for you. There's also a lot of cosmic alignment of things. I see the moon, the rainbow, stars, like a lot of sky energy, a lot of cosmic, not even sky, like cosmic. I feel cosmic energies, whatever that might mean for you, are in place. That's interesting. Oh my gosh, I keep getting goosebumps over and over, but in a good way. Sometimes they're intense, that like the truth is intense through the body, but I feel more peaceful. I feel more grounded. Perhaps there is for some of you, perhaps you are actually tuning into the presence of your guides or your loved ones that are guiding you from the spiritual realms, and it is so much more peaceful. I love it. I actually really, really enjoy this peacefulness and groundness and just wonderful feeling, because when I start this reading and I pick up this card, I was all over the place. I didn't like that feeling at all. So that makes me feel good. If you're able to tune in more to this, I feel like then all this extra anxiety and being here goes away. The dog lays down in peace and takes a nice nap. All right, what else? Maybe last message to close this reading. What else do they need to hear today, Spirit? (4848). It's interesting the way how it shows up, right? What else do they need to know? This deck is hot. It's big. It's harder to shuffle. This card likes to come out from this deck. I feel like this deck, the Unicorn Oracle, is just loving. It's very loving. It feels very, very positive. That's why I think maybe I was guided to pick it up. You are the one who does not like to ask for help. You are the one who do yourself kind of person. And you know, it's okay, but also it's more beneficial for you to know when to ask for that support, to know when to ask for help, to know when to slow down, get that rest, learn to nurture yourself. You know, your love might have been conditioned when you were as a child, meaning that you could only feel loved when you performed for your caretakers at that time, and it wasn't like you could just show up and be yourself. So that for some of you could be true, and you're still running that way with your subconscious believing it, and so you then outwardly perform, I have to do this and this and this for everyone, and that maybe then I feel worthy of love, worthy of support. Maybe a lot of times you feel you don't deserve it because you haven't achieved what you wanted to achieve. And this card invites you to, again, slow down. Like, slow down and see what you needed. You need it, not anyone else, but you. Like, the focus on you and finding that, nurture your needs, and pausing and, you know, starting to believe that it's okay to focus on yourself and slow down and find that time for yourself before even you take care of everyone else, because maybe you're not putting yourself as a priority. So the invitation for you right now is to look in the direction what your soul is calling, your heart wanting, trust it, like go inward with it. Don't try to overanalyze it, because your mind will step in with its own belief systems and will tell you different things, why you shouldn't be putting yourself first, why you should be focusing on others. And I'm not saying to abandon others, especially if you have kids, right, and relationships. I'm just saying to not lie to yourself and live authentically and purposefully from that perspective, from that point of view, and then see what you need, and ask others, or even find the time to do things for yourself. Okay? Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope this was helpful. I hope those were good reminders for you to refocus on your heart desires, on your soul calling, and finding that peace and balance at this time, asking for the support you might need, and know that you're okay. At the end of this all, we're okay. I appreciate you tuning in. Let me know what resonated in comments, like this video. It helps to help this space grow and reach more people with the messages. And until next time, please take care of yourself.